Angels have no concern with Shohei Ohtani's elbow, ponder six-man rotation. Lake Buena Vista, Florida, Mike Scioscia is quick to dispel any concerns about Shohei Ohtani's right elbow. The Los Angeles Angels manager doesn't lay out his plans for the Japanese two-way star quite as readily, but some outlines are emerging. Scioscia addressed the news media day after Yahoo Sports reported Ohtani has a grade 1 sprain in the ulnar collateral ligament of his pitching elbow, a possible precursor to the kind of injury that requires Tommy John elbow surgery. The Angels have said they're comfortable with the results of Ohtani's physical, and Scioscia reiterated that notion Wednesday at the winter meetings. More MLB news. The only understanding we have is really just something that's behind him, Scioscia said. There's no concern, and there's no restrictions. He'll be full go in spring training. Even if Ohtani can pitch effectively with an elbow that's less than 100% healthy, as expected, the discovery may provide further impetus for the Angels to employ a six-man rotation next season. Such a setup would put Ohtani closer to the frequency he's used to after making one pitching appearance per week with the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters, as is customary for starters during Japan's 144-game season. In addition, the extra day of rest could benefit an Angels starting core that has been beset by injuries in recent years. Staff ace Garrett Richards, fellow right-handers J.C. Ramirez and Nick Tropino and lefty Andrew Heaney sustained torn UCLs in the last 2 years, with the latter two opting for TJ surgery. In addition, Matt Shoemaker, forearm, and rookie Alex Meyer, shoulder, went under the knife late this past season. Most are expected to be ready for spring training, giving the Angels enviable depth. Tommy John Tyler Skaggs is also in the mix, but also an increased risk of breakdowns. I don't know if there's any macro that you're going to set up right now and say it's definitely going to be best out of a six-man rotation, Scioscia said. It's something we're considering. The Angels are committed to giving Ohtani a chance to pitch and get regular at-bats, which was a key requirement for clubs bidding for his services after the Fighters posted him on December 1. The widely coveted Ohtani narrowed his list of candidates to 7, then surprised observers by choosing the Angels, who made the playoffs just once in the last 8 years. As an American League team, they do have the DH spot available for the lefty swinging Ohtani, who has not played in the outfield since 2014, although that will require shifting Albert Pujols to first base for a significant number of games. Pujols, whose OPS plummeted to a career low .672 last season, has been working out and losing weight to improve his mobility. Just how frequently Ohtani will get to the plate remains unclear. Scioscia doesn't sound inclined to let him hit on the days he pitches, which Ohtani did several times while winning Pacific League MVP honors in 2016, because the Angels would lose the DH in those games. There's also some concern the prized prospect could get hurt. Ankle and thigh injuries limited him to 65 games last season. Plus, Ohtani still needs to prove he can hit big league pitching. With the Fighters, Ohtani typically sat out the day before and the day after his starts, which still allowed him to see live pitching regularly. Resting more frequently in the majors might hamper his stroke. Plus, his lefty bat could help balance a lineup that became even more right-handed heavy with the Angels' trade acquisition of second baseman Ian Kinsler on Wednesday. Scioscia figures Ohtani's spring training routine will include the regular work pitchers do, but then after they're done he will partake in batting practice, bunting and base running drills. It's a challenging proposition even for an athletic 23-year-old, which is part of the reason it hasn't been done on a full-time basis in decades. To be proficient at the major league level at pitching and hitting enough to where you're out there getting 400 plate appearances and starting 30 games, that's a tall order, Scioscia said. I think Shohei knows it, we know it, and we're going to see how this thing blossoms.